Welcome back to Long Box Diving, where we explore comics and story arcs pulled from the long box. Now, got things arranged all over again. Got some new stuff. Still waiting on some lamps. The camera's now over here instead of over here. We're getting there. We're getting this all arranged. We'll get it all set up, and it will look nice. At least it will look nice to me. I have my wife's making sure everything's looking good because I'm not good at that. All right, so it is New Comic Book Day, and we've gone to the store. We've gotten our comics, and four. I got four. Unfortunately, that's all there was for me. Four. Just I expected a lot more. So, but they weren't bad. I mean, it's good. It's a good four. If there's going to get only four, it's a good four to get. So I will give it a few minutes, get some people to come on in if they're going to come in, and then we'll go through our New Comic Book Day pickups and our first impressions of those. And then I have something special that I picked up today that I want to share with you guys as well. We thought it was pretty cool. Jay, I, and E kind of geeked out over it for a little bit, and we're really considering to have some fun with this thing. So we'll show you guys what that is. Here we go. Come over here. All right. So let's do this thing. All right. So first thing we picked up today is Batman and the Outsiders, number 13. Now, if you remember from last week, last month, these things are not coming out on a regular basis. They're like shipping everything they already have. So it's not coming out on a consistent monthly basis where I know exactly when it's coming, but I feel like I just did this one like 2 weeks ago, and I don't think it's a 2-week book. So here's the first problem I have. They swapped artists on us, which honestly is 13 books in. I like Dexter Story's art, but it is 13 books in. I understand now would be a time to swap the artist after 12. That's a good year-long run, and it's not bad. I mean, look at that one. Look at that. I mean, that's a good Batman. I don't know about the rest of it. I'll have to see as I read through it. It doesn't look like there's lots of action in here, which is another problem, which I've said is a problem with Edward Hills right now. I mean, great character development, great interaction between characters, not a lot of action. And so far, flipping through it, the most action I see is actually on the cover. And that's probably not the way it should be. But that's the way it's looked. All right, so next one we picked up was Death Metal. The Dark Knight's Death Metal number 1. Look at that. It's got that nice glow cover to it. All right, so I've been waiting on this one a while now. This has Scott Snyder doing the writing. So we know we have lots of pages with lots of dialogue. And that's okay because he pulls it off to me. He does a pretty good job with it. On the flip side, we got Greg Capullo doing the art. I mean, look at that. Look at that Lobo. Look at that Lobo. All right. So he does a great job with art. Greg Capullo is one of the best out there. So this looks really good. I'm excited to get into this. And again, the Young Whippersnapper and I will be reviewing these books this week. I know we missed last week, all the crazy stuff going on. But we will be reviewing this week these books, and so we'll be getting into that heavy metal, death metal, whatever it's called, death metal. Are you ready for the encore? It looks good. Should be pretty good. All right, and the last one, official comic book that we picked up this week was Hey, Old Wolf, how you doing, man? Are you still at work? You watch this one? I won't tell anybody if you won't. All right, so the last one we picked up was question number 3. Yes, you are first, except for me. I was technically first. All right, so a question, the Black Label, book 3. I've really actually enjoyed the other two of them. I mean, it's a little weird with mob crime, and then suddenly we're in the past with some cowboy stuff, and now what is happening here? They kind of tied the story a little bit together. The art... It's okay. I mean, it's not my favorite, but there's a lot going on here. There's just even here, like the mask and the molecules and all that fun stuff going on. So it looks really cool, but we have some cowboy scenes. So I can't wait to get into this either. The other two were pretty good. I'm hoping this turns out to be another just pretty good. I'm not a super fan of the art, but hopefully that turns out real well. All right, so the last thing we picked up was this. Now, I've been picking up Last Gods. The question, if you get the first two, the question was worth it. I love the question. The first two were really good. Again, not a super fan of the art, but the story was fantastic. A little weird. So hopefully this kind of finishes that out real well. Definitely one to get. I can't say that Batman and the Outsiders one to get. I'm probably going to be ending up dropping this soon. And I don't know about Death Metal yet because I haven't read any of those. But Last Gods. Now, I like fantasy. I like reading fantasy novels. I read, the Dragons of Autumn Twilight, way back when, before Dungeons and Dragons. The Last God is on book 6 or 7. I think 7 was the one that was supposed to come out. I thought I was getting 7, but this is not 7. So The Last God is a fantasy-based story, and they're cutting between present and past of when a group of adventurers killed the gods, but there was one god left, and they have tried to through this time, 20 years, whatever it is, to create a way to defeat the god, and now they're at that point. So we're kind of getting a little bit of the past, building up to this point, and now getting ready to defeat the god. So what they did is they came out with this thing. So I thought this was book 7. It's not book 7. What it is a journey to the world of Cain Anun in this role-playing campaign source book. So I don't know if you guys have ever played D&D, but this thing is basically a D&D campaign book. We got some creatures. Look at those things. That's some beasts over there. And we've got some races, like dwarves and elves and etc. We've got classes, some paladin class, some venturing class, paladin, wizard. Like this wizard here can actually take the claymore and become like a sword wizard. And it's all based on what was in the book already. So we see these guys in the book. These characters are in the story. But hey, Joe, how you doing, man? So the characters are in the story that they're telling us about through book 1 through 6 right now, 7. And now you could actually play a D&D campaign based off the whole series that you're reading right now. They actually show this dude is actually in the comics as a paladin. And so they show him as a representation of what paladin should be. This looks really cool. So something that Jay and E and I were kind of looking at is what would be cool is actually to take this and run a campaign off of it. Hey, Justin Rican, how you doing, man? Run a D&D campaign on it. I don't know if we do it live or anything like that, but we probably record that thing and upload it as a series. Just run our own little campaign based off this book, pick our characters out of here, and kind of play. I don't know if anybody interested, but we would because we thought it was really cool. We're looking through this thing, and some of the skills and things they've written into this is 5th edition compatible, so you can play it pretty straight up. Man, they got even the tower. There is a tower in the book where they're feeding elves into the engine of magic, to help defeat this god. Crazy stuff. So if you like D&D stuff, this is pretty cool to read through. And then, maybe play a campaign on it. We're looking at it here to do a little campaign for ourselves, run through that thing and maybe record it, maybe do it live. I don't know if anybody be interested in watching us play D&D live. But I think the 4 of us would love to play this thing and just kind of have fun with it. So that was basically my books this week, guys. Wasn't a lot. There was the D&D source book for The Last Gods, which if you've read the comic and you like D&D, this is a fantastic deal right here. Batman and the Outsiders, again, this is probably going to be my last book of this series. I like Brian Edward Hill, but I love action too, and I just need some more action in it. And if this doesn't have the action, it's probably getting dropped. And then we got Death Metal. which looks fantastic. I like Snyder's writing, except for Undiscovered Country. That kind of sucks. And Greg Capullo, he's never sucked. So, and The Question, book 3. So the other questions, book 1 and 2, were good. A little weird. The art's not my favorite, but it was good. And this is a definite pickup for me. And so this would be number 3. That means bunch of dead bodies and one guy with a bullet hole in his head. Looks awesome. All right. So that was my pickups. That's all I've got for today. This was going to be pretty much a pretty short stream because they're just all they're really shipping is the stuff that they already had prepared. It's not even the new stuff yet. I think DC's will keep coming, and I think Marvel at some point is going to stop, and we're not going to see anything until September. And then we've got this whole X of Swords of X thing that looks really stupid. Why do the X-Men need swords? There's only one X-Men that needs a sword because it looks cool. But other than that, all the X-Men need swords. It's stupid. All right, guys, that's it for today. Thanks everybody for joining me. Joe, Old Wolf, Just Reeking His Comics, Rod. Thanks for joining us today on this short stream of, hey, what did I pick up today, and what do I think of it? Now you know. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully Friday, we'll do a quick live stream of a review, quickfire review. Me and the young whippersnapper will go through these things, let you know what we thought, what we actually think of these books, and how it turned out. And again, we have Sunday where we have just judging a book by its cover, which is a lot of fun. So we'll see you guys then. Thanks, guys, for joining me, and we'll see you later. See you next time here in the Long Box.